May 16, 2019. After the United States sanctioned Huawei on the grounds of national security, Huawei not only did not collapse, but also released two series of Mate 30 and P40 as originally planned. Although the official sales volume of the P40 series has not been announced, it can be seen from third-party data that, in the mobile phone market of more than $585, Huawei has occupied half of the sales volume in sales at this price. P40 series, as one of Huawei's flagship models, is more popular than the Mate series in the same period. With a high price performance, it can be seen that P40 series must have a considerable number of users. Today, let's take a look at the current situation of the screen market of these Huawei models, P40, P40 Pro, and P40 Pro Plus. First of all, we need to know the parameters of these original screens. Huawei has placed the order for the original P40 screen to BOE, which is 6.1-inch, Full HD resolution, COF scheme with dual punch screen. The original screen order for the P40 Pro was also given to BOE before it was released, which is 6.58-inch, Full HD resolution, COF scheme, with dual punch curved screen. Shortly after the release, LG was added as a supplier of the P40 Pro. Therefore, the original screen of the P40 Pro is divided into two versions, BOE and LG. What about the original screen order for the P40 Pro Plus? Before release, it was also using the screen made by BOE's glass, and Samsung was added as a supplier shortly after the release. Therefore, the original screen of P40 Pro Plus is divided into two versions, Samsung and BOE. It can be seen that, in order to support domestic LCD panel manufacturers, Huawei has placed all the screen orders of the P40 series to BOE before release. BOE's OLED glass is generally well recognized in the market. Some models have only added screens made by LG and Samsung's glass after they are released. This high-end model has only been on sale for 2 years. What is the current situation of the screens circulating on the market? Let's see it all, one by one. First, look at the original series screens. For this P40 model, most of the original screens circulating on the market are original refurbished screens currently. Occasionally, some brand new original with framed screens will flow out from the after-sales official channel, but the quantity is usually small. There are also some screens on the market that was post-framed. This kind of screen is post-framed with the original refurbished screen, and then glued and installed with spare parts. This imitation brand new original, after-sales post-framed screen, is sold as a brand new original framed screen. To get higher profits, these post-framed and post-installation spare parts should be discriminated carefully to avoid being deceived. For this P40 Pro model, the original screens in the market are also mostly original refurbished screens, and there are also brand new original screens, but the quantity is relatively small, and the supply channel is not systematic, so we won't go into details here. The original refurbished screen of P40 Pro is divided into two versions, BOE and LG. The price of the LG version will be a little cheaper than that of BOE, but there is no essential difference in quality between them. As an original refurbished screen, as long as it is grade A, the quality will not be too bad. You can rest assured to use. Most of P40 Pro Plus models in the market are original refurbished screens, and there are almost no brand new original screens. The original refurbished screen of P40 Pro Plus is divided into two versions, Samsung and BOE. The Samsung version screen can be used for both P40 Pro Plus and P40 Pro. Moreover, the price of Samsung version screen will be $45-$60 higher. In general, the overall price of P40 series original screen is relatively high. In this year's general out-of-stock market, the price of original screen has been relatively firmed from the beginning of the year till now. There is also a certain price increase due to the shortage of materials and COVID-19. Look at the OLED screen. At present, no one is making OLED screen for the P40 series. Why? Because the glass and scheme of making OLED screens are relatively expensive, leads to the investment in making OLED screens is much larger than that in making TFT screens. What's more, the cost of pickup OLED glass is higher. Therefore, in the short term, under the situation of having few shipment volume, generally few people will spend a lot of money to produce OLED screens in advance. Especially OLED screens that the screen size larger than 6.5 inch. Because the cost of large-sized glass will be higher. So there is no OLED screen of P40 series on the market currently. Finally, look at the TFT screen. Unsurprisingly, there are not many TFT screens on the market. Currently, there is only one P40 TFT screen in circulation, which is made by Truly Optos Glass, in 5.98-inch HD resolution, cog scheme, and dual-punch screen. Compared with the original size of 6.1-inch, this 5.98-inch screen has a relatively good screen proportion among the TFT screens. After all, this TFT screen only costs slightly more than $30, which has a nice price performance. As of now, 2 years have passed since the release of P40 series. As a hot-selling model in the past, the screens on the market are now gradually increasing. In the follow-up, with the shipment of the screens, there will be more after-sales screen schemes on the market. As far as Chinotech knows, there is a upstream factory are looking for OLED to produce P40 OLED screen currently. P40 Pro flexible OLED screen made by TCL's glass is also in production. As for the specific production time of these OLED screens, maybe by the end of the year or early next year. At the same time, the in-cell screen of P40 Pro and P40 Pro Plus has also been put on the agenda. Some people are using Innolux and TCL's 6.517-inch glass to develop schemes matched with 3D hot curved edge cover plate to make in-cell screen with imitating curved surface effect. It is reported that it has reached the proofing stage, and it should be put into the market in the second half of the year. The initial price of this screen is expected to be between $45 to $60. As for the current high-priced P40 series original screen, it is a very good alternative, different from the previous content. In this video, based on the existing market information, we've made a forward-looking forecast for the future after-sales screens of the P40 series, to help you to judge and understand the market trend of a screen more comprehensively. This is also the reason why we still insist on doing market analysis of P40 series when there are few after-sales screen on the market. Follow Chinotech, take you to know the first-hand screen market information.